Hello everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. Okay, thank you for your support across the board, the Telegram, the Patreon, the Twitter, the job lot. So it's all good. Thank you for your support. I really do mean that. And I've not got no gimmicky intro or anything like that. My intro, and if you go back to the first video, it is just thanking you for being here and supporting the CoinsKid community, because it's a thriving space. Okay, so it's all good. So right now, Bitcoin is basically adhering to market structure. It's doing what it needs to do, but we do need to see a key level of resistance broken for Bitcoin. Okay, you can see on the fib here, you're coming up to the 1414 and you're acting as resistance at the moment. So you're caught between the 20 EMA and the 1414 on the weekly time frame. Okay, now if we can get back above the 1414, which is absolutely golden, and start to back test that'd be amazing. And obviously we've got a key level of resistance here, this trend line. If we can start to get back above that, that's equally amazing, because you are fully aware there is a possibility that we can enter the bear market. But until we start to lose market structure and lose the structure of support as well, which we've held, the 1.272 Fibonacci that we've always held in previous bull markets, okay, which I've shown you multiple times. If we start to lose that as support, then yes, bear market. But at the moment, no bear market here. Level of consolidation before we get the leg up out of here and the continuation of the bull. So if you're waiting on the sidelines for a confirmation statement for Bitcoin, okay, and you're a bit reserved, and crypto in general, and you are anticipating a bear market, do wait for a confirmation signal of the continuation. There's one massive confirmation signal, and it's the break of the all-time high, obviously, as you're fully aware. If you get that, then yeah, see you later, and you hold them back to support. You're going to get that upside, and you're going to be looking at these fibs playing out, and obviously Elliott wave theory, which you're fully aware of as well in the space. So if you are thinking, well, I'm a bit dubious about the continuation, all you got to see is that break of support above it and break the all-time high. Okay, but I want to reassure you right now, Bitcoin is showing a reversal of the trend. Effectively, you've rolled down, you've bounced off these key levels of support, you're starting to get back above the EMAs, okay, on the daily and the weekly, which is most important. If we can hold these levels and break out these key levels of resistance, then that in itself is a confirmation statement for you. Okay, as you're fully aware, we did print a buy and go to the beat signal a few days ago. When did we actually print this signal? Yeah, just almost a week ago now, I believe it was. Bitcoin got overextended, and by doing that, it broke out of key levels of resistance, which it needed to reverse the trend. This little down drop here that we've been going through, this sort of little consolidation event around here, where we're forming this base and this bottom, adhering to market structural support. It's broken out, it's ran into the resistance line of this trend line, which I dropped down in June the 2nd, I think, when we started to capitulate down here. I sort of noticed that potentially we could run into this line of resistance in the future as resistance, and obviously get rejected, and we've came back down, and we've actually found support right now on the golden cross just there, okay, which is equally good. It's a really, really good signal that we're getting this. It's a confirmation statement of a reversal of the trend, because you're above the EMAs on the daily time frame. That's a massive thing, okay, because you can see from here, from the history of Bitcoin, that when you get back above these EMAs on the daily and you start to hold them back tests of support, this is a massive confirmation statement. You reverse this trend, this level of consolidation just here, after a downtrend, after a level of support was held, and then you start to pick up, and you're forming the new wave up. Now, you are anticipating that we've got the wave 5 that we want to see. Okay, we're all anticipating this wave 5 and a continuation of the bull run here to the 2.272 fibs. Okay, and if we get there, absolutely golden. But there is always the possibility of entering a bear market. So this is why I'm always transparent with you on the channel. Okay, if you do see Bitcoin get rejected and roll and lose key levels of support, i.e. start to come down and create a lower low than this is potentially where you're breaking key market structure, which you've never done in a bull run. You're going to start losing the 1272, and you're going to start coming down, and you're going to roll, and potentially, if you come down to the previous cycle high, which is obviously here at 20k, this is a previous cycle high of the previous bull market. You're doing something Bitcoin's never done before. Okay, you're coming back down to the previous cycle high, potentially losing it, where you could go into a really deep bear market there for Bitcoin. Now, I did give you, for that, because people say, if we do enter a bear market, where is the bottom for Bitcoin? So projectively, I have done this in previous videos, but for those of you that are new to the channel, I will show you. Basically, when Bitcoin corrects here, for Bitcoin anyway, it usually corrects off a bear market top around about 85%, I think it is, for Bitcoin. So this is potentially where the bottom is for Bitcoin in a bear market. If this was a bear market, you could be looking at a $9,391 Bitcoin price tag. okay, in a bear market. If Bitcoin loses key levels of support and structural support, this is where you will see me change the narrative from the 200k to the road to 9k, okay, where you can keep shorting the market and keep making money on the way down, and you can buy back lower, basically. And that's where millionaires are made in bear markets, because billionaires are not made in bull markets, okay? Remember that. Millionaires are made buying in bear markets, i.e. if you'd have bought down here in the capitulation of Corona dump, you know, this is where you buy for the upside, basically. People buying here thinking they're going to get rich got dumped on by the market manipulators and dragged it down and made them sell their Bitcoin down here. The bear market callers, okay, the capitulation. Oh no, I've bought into a Ponzi, I've bought into a scam. And yeah, there was so much FUD around this capitulation. It's all manipulation, okay? So yeah, there's a hell of a lot of FUD, and it drives people into selling at a loss, okay? And that's something you don't do in this space, and this is what I teach people. You don't buy high and sell low. You buy low and sell high, okay? Remember that. You don't buy big green candles because you get big red dildos. You basically get effed, okay? So if we do enter a bear market, and it is a big if we do, it's going to offer us an absolute massive opportunity going forward. But I'm being completely honest with you in the sense that I don't project a bear market at the moment, because we are holding key levels of structural support. We're doing nothing but breaking out of key levels of resistance. We're coming and back testing them as support. You know, look at this beautiful back test on the daily time frame in a bullish cross, in a buy and go to the beat signal, overextended, come back, held as support. Can you get any more beautiful than that? Okay, obviously if you do start to roll through that now and you come down and you lose these lows, then yeah, you will start to see me change the narrative from continuation of a bull market to a bear market, and that is where you'll see me say you're going to go to 9k. Not here, okay? I'm not going to say we're going to go 9k here, because that is bear market hopium. There's no printing of a signal of a bear market. But this is what I do in the space, okay? I tell the truth, and I tell you what the charts are telling me, and the charts are telling me that Bitcoin is gearing up for the second part of the bull run. I have no reason to believe, other than if we do start to reject at key levels of resistance and we do lose structural support and these lows that we've created for ourselves, this is where I do see Bitcoin entering a bear market. Okay, so I'll always be transparent with you. But yeah, so far so good. We're adhering to everything we need to do to get that continuation. We are running into a level of resistance at the moment, okay? I do look at this particular leg here, okay, on the bull run. When we came up here and we got overextended, I think this was round about the Elon pump, if I'm correct. I'm not quite sure, but I do remember this event here. We come down and then Elon pumped it in a day. Look at that, it's a daily candle just there. I remember that Tesla announced it was round about this area, unless it's this area. I'm not going to dig into it, but I do remember we came down and everyone was saying, oh, that's it, it's the end, we're in a bear market. Because look, you can look at this over extension just there, the candles against EMAs. Look, that's parabola like there. You see that? This for me is more parabola there than there. So the potential here was greater of entering a bear market, but it didn't, because it retained structural support and continued. Do you see that? So for me, there was more chance of entering a bear market here than there is here, because you rolled over, you've held a key level of support, and you're looking for continuation. So right now, for me, potentially Bitcoin might be going through a very similar scenario as this leg here to this leg here, where you're seeing this drawback, this upside, potential coming back to support again, holding, continuation. So this particular event here that happened for Bitcoin in January could actually play out just here for Bitcoin. So do anticipate this. We could see more of a sell-off here, and this would strike the fear into people that the bear market is here. But until we lose the structural support down here and lose a 1.272 on the weekly, there's no bear market here, okay? There is the possibility of a bear market, and you're aware of that, okay? So yeah, if you're a reservist and you're looking for confirmation of the bull market, you could take your chance here, or you could wait for the break of this eye, because for me that's 100% confirmation that you've eliminated this eye and you're looking for that continuation. Because I tell you right now, Bitcoin's super bullish, okay? On all time frames, it's looking relatively healthy, and obviously the RSI on the weekly, you've got it looking relatively nice. Look at that, it's looking quite nice. You've got to be careful here on a daily that we don't create some kind of divergence though. There might be a divergence that's created there, and this might be contributing to this little pullback just here, because if we go on here to make a higher high than that, you can see it wouldn't take much in the price action just here to actually go on and make that high, and with that you're potentially forming a bit of a divergence. Now I would anticipate, I have got a breakout target here for Bitcoin, okay? I'm going to show you that right now straight off the bat using fibs. Just here you've got a breakout target of 46k from this impulsive wave, because this is what Bitcoin's done at the moment. Okay, let me hide this for you. At the moment you've got this resistance line which I've shown you about before. Okay, so this could come into play as a level of resistance. If you do start to see this get rejected, you can see it's being supported by the 20 EMA on the daily, which is going to force you up into a break. Okay, look, so if you retain these EMAs coming up on a daily like this, and you do start to get a rollback, this is going to force the break, and in that you're creating some kind of triangle formation here. Look, you got this level of resistance there, and potentially you start to create some kind of triangle. Now you come up into it, let me change that to white. So you've come up into it, okay? They are primarily continuation patterns. So you might see a bit of chop here for Bitcoin like this, okay, before we break out of a level of resistance, either to the upside obviously, or we lose support and we start to roll, you know. And if you do start to do this rolling here, this could be a massive factor that potentially you could start to come down and retest these lows again. And like I said to you, if you start to lose them, that's your bear market right there, okay? So this is really, really crucial for Bitcoin at the moment, this particular breakout that it's done just here. It is a bullish continuation pattern that it may potentially start to form. People will get a bit scared because you're going to start get a little bit rejected on this trend line, but they don't realize you're forming a big massive horizontal triangle, which is a positive continuation pattern. Okay, so if you do start to see Bitcoin break this level of resistance just here, you do have a breakdown target here based off fibs. Let me show you this. Okay, so basically you've come up in this impulsive wave, and we've been looking for the retracement. We've retraced back down to the golden cross, to the buy and go to the beat signal from CoinsKid. You're holding it as support at the moment. Look, you've wicked off that 55, which is great. This is what you want to see. It's holding support. Now as this creeps up like this is confirmation, if you can hold it, that you're forming this new impulsive wave. Do you see this? Your next impulsive wave target is at 46,310. Okay, so that could be a beautiful little trade. Now what I would do here, you know, not financial advice, but what you do need to see for confirmation of this impulsive wave forming is this particular level here, this high broken at 42,636. If you do get confirmation of that break there for Bitcoin, this is where you could see a lovely little pump for Bitcoin of around about 8.5%. Now if Bitcoin does come back to these EMAs and holds the support, this offers a greater long opportunity in my opinion, because you might be in for a little short opportunity here. Okay, look at this. If you start to run into this level of resistance and you roll back, you could have a lovely little short down to the EMAs of around about 7%. At that point you could put some cheeky little bids in to at least come back up to test this level of resistance again, and then obviously if you break out of that level of resistance, you're looking at a 21% long opportunity there for Bitcoin. Okay, so it's all chop, and this is all chop, but as long as we hold key market structure here and we adhere to these EMAs creeping up, because like I said to you, the trend is your friend until the end. You've been in a downtrend, you created this bearish cross just there, the sell and go to the beat signal, boom 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 boom, you're in a downtrend. The trend is your friend until the end. Break the trend, make a new friend. You've got a new friend now. You're in a bullish cross, you're holding a support, it's being pushed up, it's pushing you into some kind of decision here, or a break for Bitcoin. You break this level of resistance, you're looking at beautiful continuation, because I'll tell you right now, you've got some beautiful upside targets, okay, which I've shown you in previous videos. You've obviously got the retracement to the all-time high on the cards here for Bitcoin, which would see you pump from this level here. If you break this level of resistance, this high, you know, continuation, you could be looking at a whopping 51% upside for Bitcoin to fully retrace to this high. Okay, but as you're fully aware, there are levels of resistance up above, which I will go over in tomorrow's video. This video is really long today. I do apologize, taking up your time, but so far so good. You know, look at the daily time frame. If you can see Bitcoin hold these EMAs, it's golden. You're in an uptrend. It's going to force you into a break of this level of resistance that you're under, and this is where you're going to see a potential upside, and you're going to be looking at 46,310 Bitcoin relatively soon if we can hold these levels of support. Take care everyone. We're back tomorrow with an update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.